Welcome back, everybody. It's time for our second ace match today, our final ace match of the day, if you want to put it that way.
I'm still hyped after that crazy game with Guilty. Amazing player, definitely catch him in the future, but we're going straight into an ace match. It's Zest versus Solar.
Yep, all the players
on Deadwing.
Are already in the lobby. Everything is posted up and ready to go. Solar, another one of these ace players we're seeing who did not come out to play today, but comes out only for the ace match because the map suits him. You know, he's feeling like probably wants to play ZVP because, as we mentioned before, Zest or Stats, the most likely ace players right now. And, you know, if he runs into Flash, then, I mean, Flash is having a terrible time in TVZ anyways, so I mean, he's probably not even worried about that. He's like, oh, you picked Flash, wrong choice, KT. So, Deadwing is the map, big map. Zest looked confident in his match against Shine, but he almost got a free one with that cannon rush, so let's see if he can actually build off of that momentum here. The winner of this match takes it all. KT versus Samsung. Let's get into the game right now.
Down here in the bottom right on Deadwing, the red Protoss from KT. It is Zest.
To the top right in blue. Once a Zerg versus Protoss sniper. Now, not so much, but seems to be serving that role today. It's Solar. Zest being a bit chatty in the lobby just moments before.
Zest doesn't like bright lights.
Nope.
So before every single game, he's like, can you please turn down the lights? Every single game, without fail. Last season and this season. And they were telling him, he was like, can you please put it down a little bit more? And they were like, no, it's the same. We can't turn it down anymore.
And he was like still chatting it after the game started. By the way, we have a 10 pool from Solar. He's going to be very happy that it's actually vertical spawns with this. But he is going to be scouted right away by this probe from Zest.
Yeah.
Zest looking to possibly cannon again, but of course will not happen. He probes scout, so that of course gets less likely. Anyways, double cancel on the gas.
Yeah.
Probably intentional, but you know he may have just been like, oh, I can't just show him the gas here if he's going to pile on scout here. Almost certainly, though, for the double cancel.
Yeah.
And this forces immediately a forge to be placed at home.
Yeah, Zest is going to be totally fine just because he scouted this. We are seeing the observer point at those rocks, but again, it takes a long time to break down those rocks. If he does see him going for that, you know, Zest could put some more buildings over there as well.
Yeah,
could be annoying.
That'll be no concern of Zest's here.
Yeah, and as you guys do see, already 2 drones being made by Solar. He doesn't commit 6 lings, so he's not really going to try to pressure this. He knows that Zest will be ready. It's not going to be worth it to go try to pressure the front.
Yeah. Zest going to make a cannon first, of course. Making the Nexus first, just way too early at this point in time. With the probe coming home, he may just return that cargo back to the main. Yeah, sending that probe back. No, actually sends it back in because he needs to get that wall up pretty soon. I don't think he can wait. Yeah, he leaves the other probe on the watchtower. Okay, he wants to just try to delay these lings and go get a follow-up scout to see if there's, you know, gas being taken.
Yeah, and with one cannon out here, it's going to be able to kill both lings anyway. He puts down the Nexus, and he's going to put down a gateway as well.
Yeah, I mean, he only made just the 2 lings, so not a big, scary thing here for Zest anymore to deal with, and he verified that. So just going to go ahead and resume macro. Solar in an awkward spot, though, with a early pool and a late hatch. Obviously, you don't get the saturation that you would have liked. Your economy is not as good. You do have a faster queen, so you have injects. So you're not like missing drones, but it's kind of uncomfortable.
And he's going to throw out that second drone out there to get that third base as fast as possible. Knows that with Zest back at home, just going for a Nexus after that, he should be totally fine to put down that third base.
Gate's done. And we'll see the core placed as well. Ling's just up here, making sure no probes going out to place any pylons on the map. He wants to be able to check if potentially, maybe, perhaps, +1 is on the way. Wants to make sure that Zest isn't doing some sort of secondary wall to take fast 3 bases. We've seen this before out of parting. Only back when we had horizontal spawns. Thank God that's no longer a thing.
Overlord just checking once again, because sometimes, you got a lot of pylons at the front. You can get lazy, put down a robo, some Stargate tech, just any kind of tech at the front, and maybe sometimes the Overlord can get a peek. But for now, we do see Zest making a Stargate up the north of his base, the closest it can be to Solar. Of course, also hidden for now from Solar.
Yep, he shows the 3rd and 4th gas to the Overlord. Nothing out of the ordinary considering the openings from these two for Zest to be able to say, I'm just going to grab my tech. Sentry's coming out. Everything looks normal. The Overlord's going to go check the top of the base. He may actually just see that before Phoenix has even come out here. Almost certainly, since Stargate's not even done yet. There's no way for him to deny. He's going to get a very early scout on that Stargate, which is really nice. Oh, did he reroute the last second the wrong way? I think he's still going to see that.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to see the corner.
Oh my goodness, he's not seeing that.
One more? Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
So, he does see it. Oracle being chrono boosted out here.
Wow, and he sees that, and he also hides the Overlord, so Zest doesn't know that he saw it. Because the Overlord has much more vision than the Stargate. So
usually, if you're a Protoss and you got scouted there on your Stargate, you just make a Phoenix, kill a bunch of Overlords that are out here scouting already. I mean, there's 2 near the base of Zest, so you'll be able to pick those off. But
so spores are already being made. He's going to be very sad when he arrives. If there's no spore, you can get a great scout. You can kill probably about 4 drones or so. But as it is, Solar just goes double Evo. And there's even a Queen ready in position. Let's see how many gets killed. 2 with a spore damage, you just can't stick around.
Yeah.
Just like a turret, just like a photon cannon. The static defense is going to push a very, very lightly shielded Oracle away very quickly.
Yeah. Well, now after the Oracle harass, we do see a 3rd base coming down here out of Zest. Should be able to hold that pretty easily. I mean, there's a ramp there as well. Get a bunch of sentries out. If Solar did want to go for some kind of big Ling attack, we'll be able to easily hold it off. We do see a Roach Warren coming down.
Yep, and a Twilight Council coming up back at home for Zest to get those +2s. I don't think he's going to hit a timing attack, but suppose he could. The Oracle serves 2 purposes in this matchup. It first scouts and harasses a little bit. The harass is kind of bonus damage. But the second one is to hold the 3rd base, which on this map is already on a secondary high ground. And you can just push these Lings back. You see, even without speed, he could have tried to kill all those Lings, but just follows them instead. Just wants to be aware of where they are without even using that energy for the revelation.
We're seeing Blink and +2 come out of Zest right now. So if he adds 2 or 3 more gates even, we could see some kind of timing with Blink +2. Definitely at that 3rd base. He's got already a lot of sentries out here. He's got 7, which do get scouted because they are the only units out there that can kill the Overlords. So, of course, Zest did have to show them.
So much energy, too, on those because I've been out for so long.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's going to have so many force field. He's also going to have the Blink +2. He adds 4 gates.
Yep.
I think we're definitely going to see an aggressive timing here at Zest.
Really didn't think we were going to. I thought he was just going to play it straight up, but this is a good position to do it from with the 3rd base up this quickly. He makes that last probe. I think that's going to be the last one we see for a while. This 3rd base is going to be mostly empty. I mean, it's not going to be fully saturated. Oh, and he's going to be able to follow those Lings with the Oracle as well, knowing exactly where they are at any given moment. That's so frustrating for Solar right now. And if the Lings come home to defend, they're also going to reveal anything nearby them as well. So he knows exactly what he's up against.
Look at that probe in the very center. It was in the very center of that whole Protoss ball. He's protecting that with his life. He needs those forward pylons to reinforce this push. Get a lot of those guys out, a lot of those stalkers in the mix.
There are 8 sentries on the map and 11 stalkers. Soon to have Blink and +2. The pylon is surrounded by a line of sight blocker. He doesn't even know it's there. Another pylon's about to be made. Now, this is no secret to Zest. These units are revealed, after all. And this base does have a decent amount of probes at it, but he's just going to ignore the Lings and go for the attack. There's not a lot of roaches. He's trying to make Swarmos right now. Blink is finished. +2 is as well. The Oracle here for detection. So many stalkers. He can't even kill that original pylon. There's not enough Lings to do critical damage at home either.
Yeah, even Zest, he's got that cannon there, so he just runs his probes around, and the Zergling's not even able to get that much damage. Only 5 probes killed so far. Of course, he does deny mining there, but already Zest has got a huge ball of units.
He's being very conservative with his force fields as well. Again, the Lings trying to come and catch reinforcements. They're going to get this first pylon, but they're not going to get the second one. They're not going to get those units that just finished warping in here. Time Warp goes down to zone those roaches using the hatchery against him, as well as a few more force fields. And this hatch is starting to take so much damage right now, Valdez. It can't take much more.
One more shot with all those stalkers. He should be able to get that hatchery down.
There it goes. And he's just going to go in here with the broodlings and all those roaches. Drones on the retreat. Another Time Warp goes down. Lings come from behind. He gets us around, but this is just too much Protoss damage. Way too much with the +2. +1 for roaches. Not even halfway done.
Just way too many stalkers. All of those force fields go down. But again, the sentries are being killed. He is doing some nice blink micro.
He lost his pylon
hold this off. Looks like he can for now.
He lost his pylon. He has to warp in units far, far away to reinforce. In fact, he didn't even send those units he warped in back at home just yet. 7 more stalkers to join the battle. And this base does live over here to the right side. So he's still on 3 bases. But the next fall push is a scary thing.
Yeah, it's the follow-up push. You can see all these Chrono Boosters coming down on the Nexus. And those 2 Swarmos, pretty key right now, actually, in defending this. Those Locusts do a lot of damage. It's not that many, but it is something added.
Now, free units, always good units. But he's got detection here, and those units are not even burrowed right now. Already some decent Stalker fire.
Zest is being so patient with this. Really nice blinks here to get a nice concave. And he's going to push back the roaches 4 now.
The pylon on the left side is uncontested, which means he's got a forward warping point yet again.
Look at the
4
creep.
Zealots.
He's forced to fight off creep here. And look at this concave. The Zealots come in the front, like you were saying, for the tank. And he blinks forward, killing so many roaches.
This is just too much for Solar to take. A good pick here for the ace match for Samsung, but Zest is too strong. He's going to have to type out GG.
Zest does it again. He is becoming so crisp with these timings against Zerg. It's unbelievable, actually. The force fields were stellar. The push onto the creep, he cleans that all up. He kills the 3rd base, and it was just way too much. The production there was not there for the Zerg. And there we go. Zest once again doing it for KT. He's going to be able to clean it up and get KT another win.
Just a solid build for the map as well. You know, it's already fairly easy to get a 3rd base on that map because it has that high ground as well. But regardless, you know, the Oracle gives you extra protection, and the Oracle is going to be able to get some good scouting, harass, and then later on, you know, you can just go in there, kill those Swarmos, the small amount of them if you run into that. You can kill Burrow if that's, you know, something that you have to worry about. So the build is crisp. Everything lines up perfectly. And unfortunately for Solar, man, he got hit by a train, basically.
Zest is just so hard to hold, man. It's hard for any Zerg, basically. It's like, this guy's just so crisp with his timings. That's even a build that Moonlight's talked about to me. He's like, dude, just do this on the ladder against Zergs. You'll win so often. I'm like, okay. And he's right. He's actually right. And Zest, a pro gamer who has practiced this so many times, and he just does it that well, it's going to be so hard to hold off.
Yeah. Well, big story of today, Guilty. Comes out, forced the ace match. It's not enough, though, as Zest wins his 2nd PvZ. Action as well, gets a win against Deer, playing very, very well there. Deer having a rough game. I don't know what went wrong. He just was not looking good. He mismicroed a lot, and you know, Action just took him apart eventually. I mean, it was not the best game I'd ever see, but another curse, I guess you could say, continues with Action winning 6 games in a row now, despite barely ever playing.
Yeah. I guess not a curse, maybe a boon there to KT. And here we go, the new rankings of all the teams. SK Telecom, they're still at +6 there. CJ Antis, though, with their win, they go to 4-0. They do have the same indicator as SK Telecom. That's why I was looking at them. KT Rolster, they do get the win, but again, they're still in 5th place. They lost 2 games very early in the season.
The biggest disparity we've ever had, I feel, is 6-point difference between these 2 teams that have the same scores. That's a huge difference indicator. And Zest takes the 1st place spot all alone there, passing Innovation and Byung with 5 wins amidst the cheers of fangirls downstairs.
This guy is actually like carrying KT to some of their wins now. Some of their other, Fantastic Four guys are not really playing that well these days, namely Flash.
Surprised we didn't see stats at all today.
Yeah.
I'll be just hiding